First of all, reaction to Altrincham again.
3 points, good win.
No, I mean again.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, going to be a tough tie, and coming so close, you find that many times in football, when draws are made for cup games, you tend to find you're drawing teams who are round about you. We've been playing either 2 weeks previous or 2 weeks after, so they'll be out for edge, and they'll fancy the chances after, the way they finished the game Saturday. They'll be thinking they've got nothing to fear, so it's going to be up to us to prepare right and, show them what we're all about, really.
Well, we spoke to Luke Graham, we spoke to Alan Marriott about what they thought was the goal right at the end of the game. And it appears that, although you say you weren't sure, you played him offside. You actually played the player offside. Now, strikers get great glory from scoring goals. Keepers get great glory from saves on the line. Fullbacks sometimes they're kicking it off the line. But for playing somebody offside, yeah, you think you deserve a bit of credit for that too, don't you?
Well, if I did, it was unintentional. As I said Saturday, I heard Mazza shout for the ball, shout keepers. So it was just me getting out of his way. So I didn't impede him, getting to the ball. So that was the only reason, I didn't go for the header. Otherwise, if I'd not have heard, I'd have been challenging the lad for the header. So that was all it was.
But the fact is, it turned out the right way for Mansfield Town, didn't it?
Yeah, and then if that's the case, then it's the linesman who deserves the credit for getting it right. We're quick to jump on referees' linesmen's backs for bad decisions, but in tight ones, when they get them right, they don't get the credit that that they deserve.
So coming back to Earth now, Eastbourne, and that is coming back to Earth, and a long way down the Earth as well, isn't it? About 250 miles, a heck of a long way to go.
Yeah, my family's down there this week. My granddad's down there with my mum on a little vacation, so I think my granddad's wanting to drag it out for another day and come and watch us, but I don't think he's got any chance of that, really.
No, was there a chance? Did he consider it?
Well, he has. He's not seen me play for a year, and he's been watching me since I was 9 years old, so...
I can't believe your granddad's actually in Eastbourne.
Yeah, down there this week. I didn't even twig. Just this weekend when I was chatting to him about it, I forgot he was going down. He said, yeah, I've been working on your mum, trying to get her to stay down another day, but I don't think he's getting his way.
You could give him a trip back. I mean, you could go down in the car, give him a trip back. I know that's not possible. But I was just talking again to one or two of the players. These long trips change it for a family in football, but I suppose if you go in the kitchen, you must expect to get burned. It's part of a footballer's life that you've got to be away, isn't it?
It is, yeah, you get used to it. I've missed them, as I say. I've 12 months not doing them, so I'm looking forward to it. Not been to Eastbourne before, it'll be another new ground for me to play at, so I'm looking forward to it.
How many new grounds are you going to be going to this year? I mean, it's going to be an awful lot for you, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. I'd been to Rushden before, though I didn't play in that game. I'd been there before. Altrincham, I played there in the FA Cup before. Kidderminster, played there in the FA Cup before, so there's been a few. I've been to cup competitions, but yeah, it's good for me. Good to get some new places, and good to play there. I'm just happy to be playing again.
After so long in the Football League, are you finding a difference when you arrive at some of these other grounds? Not the ex-league clubs. Do you find a different atmosphere, or is it just the same?
It's just the same. It's a game of football. The style of football is different, as I say. I think I've said before when we've been doing commentary, Tony, that I think there's a bigger gulf in this league than I've found in others, where we've got Oxford at the minute flying at the top, doing well every week, and then we seem to have 6 or 7 teams, good teams, strong teams, or well organised, with good strengths, and I think it's going to be from them that the playoffs are made up. Then you've got some, the league's not lying, you've got some middle of the road teams who are up and down, but inconsistent, and you've got some teams at the bottom who are struggling. And whereas in the other leagues I've played in, it's been, a lot tighter points wise, and I think from that you've got to take it a lot tighter in terms of the ability of the teams, whereas this league seems a bit more spread out.
For a fullback, is it tougher or easier?
Different games. I've been lucky enough the first 2 games I've been able to get myself in easy enough. It just seems different. I've seen, when I've been watching, I've seen some erratic wingers where you don't know what performance you're going to get from them, so in that respect as a fullback, you don't know what you're going to be up against, so that's tough. I've seen other teams what I've played, they've not necessarily had some wingers, so they've had to play a midfielder out there or a fullback pushed up, so in that respect if I'm playing against that I'd find it easier. So I think it just depends on the opposition and what players have got available.
Paul, in the league, and the higher up you go, and you've been quite high up in those leagues, the managers can have scouts go and watch other teams, get reports, you get TV matches that you can actually look at the players and you can match against the player you might be up against. That's not as easy in this league, particularly now that Setanta have gone, isn't it?
It's not, yeah, I don't know many players in this league, I must be honest, but what the manager and Gareth Holmes do well is prepare us and let us know we're playing against. For example, Saturday, the lad at Altrincham I didn't know, but I knew after speaking to the manager and Holmesy what he was all about, his strengths, his weaknesses, how we approach as a game, things like that. So it's good, and that's one of the reasons, that I think we're doing well. The fact that the professionalism and the depth with which the manager and Holmes are going to it.
Do you believe that the team hasn't quite gelled completely yet? It's not quite the finished article. It's done well, 29 points so far, but do you believe there's more to come?
Yeah, definitely. Obviously, me watching from the outside to begin with and then playing, I think only in patches we've seen what we're all about. We've seen what we're capable of. But again, that's why we're down at this level. It's no fluke. If we were consistently performing to the high standards every week, we wouldn't be in this league. Do you know what I mean? As players, we'd be higher up, or as a team, we'd be up there above Oxford. So we're where we are for a reason. But it's up to us there's only us can put it right as players. It's up to us to perform consistently, and if we do, then we'll be all right.